are in Caracas. We are touring the streets of Caracas. With me is Dear Khan, one of the 30 Turks living in Venezuela, living in Caracas. Who do you look for when you come here? You look for Khan, man. Because when you mention Caracas, the first name that comes to everyone's mind is Khan. Now, I want to talk a bit about living in Caracas. From the outside, when you look at it, everyone is dying, it's over, people are starving.
I mean, living in Caracas, if you love living in action, you should live here.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of action do you mean by action?
We are constantly in a state of unease.
Are we crazy, man? Why should we have a life full of unease? They could rob us at any moment. They could kidnap us at any moment. Is that so? Is there a lot of that?
Well, not exactly like that, but here's the thing. If you pay attention to the places you go and come from, there's no problem. After all, I've been here for 7 years. No one has ever robbed me.
Yes, but you're saying if you don't pay attention, the problem is big.
I mean, there's still a sense of unease in the city, you know? Of course. I mean, after all, there are more waters here than anywhere else in the world. More than on a battlefield, I mean.
So, is there a Caracas right now? For example, you go to Istanbul. When you look at it, there are 5 Istanbuls. How many Caracases are there here, for example? Or are we in the wealthy neighborhoods right now? Where are we passing through, for example? I see things around that are quite, you know...
Yes, right now, we are in the area where the elite live. This is Las Mercedes.
Las Mercedes.
We are in the Las Mercedes area.
Are there also Las BMWs? Las BMW. Now we will go to get gas from Las Mercedes together. How will we get the gas, man?
Now I have this chocolate in my hand.
Are you going to get it with chocolate?
I will get gas chocolate.
You're kidding. What's the best thing about living in Caracas? Let's talk a bit about those.
The weather.
The weather. Does the weather never change?
The weather never changes. Constantly this weather.
It's always summer, neither hot nor cold.
25 degrees.
It's like someone said it and forgot about it here. Of course, when you first arrived, Chavez was still alive. Oil prices were high. Life was probably comfortable too.
It was around $140.
Now it's $55, right?
During Chavez's time, I was collecting money from the street.
That much, huh?
There was quite a lot of money.
We came to the gasoline.
By the way, all the gas stations are state-owned.
State-owned.
The pump attendant earns more than the gas station.
What do you mean? For example, how much gasoline can you get for $1?
If we calculate from the black market, $1 is 2,500 bolivars. I guess we could get about 250 tons of gasoline with that.
250 tons?
Yes.
What are you saying? What do you mean by 250 tons? Yeah, then bring the tanker over here.
Things have become so commonplace now. A disco, put on your helmet, your mask, and come to the party, they said.
Protest during the day, party at night.
And those who were at the protest during the day would go to the party like that at night.
But I think, during the 2017 protests, as far as I understand, it was more middle and upper middle class kids or people on the streets. Now, what do they call the equivalent of our slums here?
Barrios.
People from the barrios. So, they say it's actually the Chavistas who are taking to the streets. Could you explain something here now? How much is the dollar, for example? There is an official rate and an unofficial rate.
Yes.
There is hyperinflation.
The official rate has 3 or 4 different rates. Subtitle, MK.
What do you mean?
There is a rate set by the government itself. There is a bank's rate. And then there's something called DICON, yes. And also the rate given to the outside, and there's also another rate. There's a rate for those who are doing trade.
And there's also a street rate.
Street rate? It's not the government's rate, but it's the black market.
Okay, where's the street black market sold?
All the restaurants and such. Whoever is doing business, whoever needs dollars, buys it.
Really, for example, when you convert a teacher's or a doctor's monthly salary to dollars, how much does it come to? $12?
Around $12 or $13.
Can they make a living?
Today? Today. Tomorrow this dollar could be 4,000.
Yes.
So while this teacher's salary is 12 today, it could be 5 tomorrow. Oh my God.
What is he saying?
I told you I would pay with chocolate. He says it works for him.
You're kidding. Are we going to buy a tank of gas with chocolate now? How much did you pay for the chocolate? Let me see. With which chocolate?
Actually, with this chocolate, I could get about 50 tons of gas.
You're kidding.
Yes.
What was it?
Actually, we're losing out right now.
Samba chocolate, man. We're going to buy a tank of gas with this. Oh my God. Go ahead, take it.
Adam gives a third of his salary to buy that chocolate.
What are you saying?
Of course. I still don't believe you. It feels like at some point you're going to pull out your credit card.
Credit cards are not accepted.
There's that too. Your father. No credit card, right? If I say I forgot the money or something, then he'd say give it later.
Really?
Of course. I mean, there's nothing like that.
Anyway, no one pays the bill. I don't understand what kind of system they have here. Are credit cards not accepted in the country right now, in Venezuela?
Credit cards are accepted, but it works through government institutions.
It works through government institutions. That's why you end up paying 6 times more for everything.
Exactly. You calculate it as $10 on the black market for a meal. If you pay by credit card, it costs $60. You'll get a surprise on your bill. We'll pay with chocolate.
Oh, come on, this can't be real.
How many liters are there? Approximately 54 liters. 54 liters. 4 liters of gasoline you bought.
But we made a loss. What are you saying? We made a loss. We made a loss with chocolate. We got 54 liters of gasoline with 1 chocolate.
Petrol, electricity.
Is electricity free too?
Yes.
Water?
Well, as much as it flows, it's free.
Is it flowing?
It's flowing, there is. I mean, in some places there hasn't been water for a year.
Now, of course, we're laughing, but we're talking about a huge tragedy. Because we're talking about a country that stands on over 3 billion barrels of oil with the largest gold reserves in the world. I mean, the situation it has fallen into, it's not even tragic. It's beyond tragic. It leaves the tragic thing behind.
You didn't enter the wrong way, did you?
No.
You're still going straight.
Oh my God. You know, there's a joke like that. A guy, one of our German-speaking citizens, is driving a car just in Germany. They are making an announcement on the radio. Be careful, there's a crazy guy driving in the wrong direction. The guy says, what do you mean, one? They're all coming from the opposite direction. Thank you.
I was in the same situation. After our new ambassador, Shevki officially arrived, indeed, high-level visits actually started to take place here. There weren't any before.
Well, the nice thing is that an ambassador can very concretely and clearly affect the relations between 2 countries. You can see this. When we travel around as journalists, we see all kinds of ambassadors. You go, and they are unsmiling, won't look at you, won't talk, won't do anything. Then there are some ambassadors you visit. They act as if not a journalist from their country has come, but a relative. As if a friend they haven't seen in years has come. You are also impressed when you see that friendship, that connection. Shevki Mütevelioğlu is indeed one of the prominent figures in our foreign affairs here. And you can see how he contributes to the relationship between these 2 countries. I also really admire young diplomats. Career diplomats, meaning they work in different countries as diplomats, and they do it here. He has a very good team. I think this team and Mr. Mütevelioğlu have a significant impact on the current relations between Venezuela and Turkey.
As you can see, there aren't many people walking outside.
Why not?
Because of security. No. For example, that guy on the motorcycle is a threat here.
Do they snatch bags?
I mean, if you hear the sound of a motorcycle, you'll think twice there. I mean, is it bag snatching? Or as I understand, are they kidnapping people?
They can't kidnap with a motorcycle, but they can snatch bags. I mean, they can take your phone or something and go. Usually, let's not get our sticks stolen. Man, we've invested so much, for heaven's sake. It's our bread and butter. Let's not get our phone or anything stolen. When you mention Turkey here, they think we're Arabs, they call us Arabs. Actually, there's no racism in Venezuela. I mean, even though Turkey is currently with Maduro supporting him, they don't hold a grudge here.
Yes.
I mean, there's no grudge among the Venezuelan people. In fact, here, even those who don't support Maduro aren't against Turkey, you say.
Of course. I just saw one. Is it true? Venezuelan Superman. Exactly, over there.
What's he doing, man? What's up? This isn't Superman. What is this? Venezuelan man.
Peace be upon you.
He's quite an entertaining person. The man went inside. Oh my God. Oh my God.
His record hasn't been released yet. I guess he's not here right now either. He comes suddenly. Because there's a risk of arrest. He comes suddenly, goes out, talks and leaves. He says he's going to a safe place. How many flips?
Houses without plaster, like the shanties in the isn't it? As far as I've seen.
Yes, unplastered house, because
There's no cold, no winter worries. They cover the roof, surround it, and become homeowners.
These areas are actually Maduro's vote banks. Or at least they were supposed to be. I mean, Maduro generally trusts these areas, but it also poses a threat, actually. Maduro used to threaten by saying he would call down the slums when he spoke, but he can't do that anymore, because now those who come down are against him.
You say that those who come out in these protests are usually from here?
Yes. The recent protests are happening in the slum areas. There's no voice from the elite segment, in other words.
Yet the current opposition leader, Guaido, is actually a more elite figure, right?
Of course, of course.
Normally it should be coming from the wealthier segments, not from here.
Absolutely. Maduro usually goes and gives speeches. He does them around here. But this month, as you know, he gave a speech in Las Mercedes.
So the protests are here, but the speech is in a place like our Bebek right now.
Exactly.
In Mercedes Square. I think Guaido is also surprised by the situation.
He doesn't expect it from here either. Well, I mean, this is normal. You need to think normally.
Tourists will come, find it, enter, and drink cocoa.
There are many places like this. They now close off a road for security and allocate an area for themselves inside. It becomes a safer environment.
Should I check its member? Look, these are the cocoa trees. I'm seeing a cocoa tree for the first time in my life. Who comes here?
They usually save a lot.
So do Venezuelans come here? Or is it mostly foreign tourists?
No, usually Venezuelans come here. There are no foreign tourists in the country.
I'm here.
There was something here, they removed it. Look, we missed it. They hung the previous era's Venezuelan money here, creating an art piece to attract attention.
The chocolates have arrived? Yes. They also brought something else. What are these? These are cocoa beans. Yes, the cocoa for the chocolate you drink is made from these. They brought them from two regions, from Sucre and the Aragua region. This one is roasted, this one is not. He said not to eat this one. He said it could cause mold formation. It's unroasted, yes. But we can taste this one, comparable to our pumpkin seeds. Actually, it has a very bitter taste, so it doesn't have a pleasant taste.
Let me see, let me taste it first. Don't eat a whole one directly.
Really? Okay, I won't eat it like that. We might break our teeth. Just taste it like this, because it has a bitter taste.
Okay, give it to me, like that.
A small bite is enough. It comes a bit raw like this. Helps with cleaning.
It helps me clean. She came last time and said, I don't know if I'll come again. I asked why. The place she lives is just above that pet shop. She said, there was one last bus to catch. She said there was a spot for one person. I'll pay. Should I embarrass myself by not getting on this one and wait for the next? News came from the first bus she didn't get on. Later, they hijacked the entire bus. Did they hijack the bus?
What are you saying?
They took it to the mountains. There were armed people inside. Well, they robbed everyone, took everything down to their pants. They informed the police, saying we're on this mountain. They robbed us here, come and get us. So someone reported it. They left a phone there. I guess this happens a lot. For instance, the other day, while going on the road, 4 or 5 police officers were surrounding a bus and a minibus. It turns out someone hijacked the minibus inside. I mean, they robbed it, but they took the man's gun from him. They were going with the police escort.
Just an ordinary day then?
An ordinary day. They pulled over, took the passengers out, and took the guy away. Hang in there, what am I looking at? These are nicely painted. The government provided the paint for these, the state did. Tricolor, 3 colors. They tried to create a different perspective, but there wasn't enough paint.
Well, that's good. I mean, there wasn't enough paint. They could only do this area. Well, it's a start, I guess. So, when did this happen? During Maduro's time?
It happened during Maduro's time, yes. It's something from 3-4 years ago. Of course, the visible part was painted. I mean, there's nothing like this behind it. Yes. There are also places that are sectioned off like this.